Okay, so what is the main reason a person battles his own justification? Uh, well, shortly, it is the, the parable of talents. Okay, not implementing what Jesus implied in the parable of talents. Okay, uh, leads to to a person battling his justification. Okay, so but more broadly, it's not understanding what justification actually is. What justification is, what salvation is, what we are saved from. Well, that's the main reason. And here I depicted a person who's been saved and reconciled to God and restored. His physical man is restored and filled with this new flesh, okay, soaked with blood of Christ. And he received that new nature, like a person born from above, okay, that new nature from absolutely independent from physical reality, okay. So the person becomes like doubled in one body, okay, so he has one nature, new nature, speaking to the restored physical man with new flesh and you know, like blood of Christ inside, okay. So it's like what is supposed to be, okay. Well, I was about to, well, I'll skip it, okay. So this is the restored man, so he is absolutely free. This is his world, God's world, okay. In the rights, this equals to this, okay. So you can go wherever you want, do whatever you want, dictated by this. And of course, since you get input only from God to that part, physical part, okay, you do only righteousness. This is what is called a man born from above do not sin, because he has a seed of God in him. That's it. That's what it is. Okay, and only this, this what it means. Okay, only if a person is in such state. Okay, because the Bible and Jesus Christ, he's precise. He's precise in what he means when he says something, okay. And we create some theology, some, no, it's strict, like, you know, I won't say physics, but like biology of, you know, for instance, like this, the structure, this is built like this and that is built like this, okay. So before salvation, before a person is saved, he may understand what right and wrong is, okay, but he is influenced and penetrated by the demonic, okay, and he acts out of fear mainly, okay. He does the rules of the world, complies to the rules of the world out of fear of punishment, because this thing, the parasite actually was never meant like this, okay. That thing, what it does, it if a person tries to do some action, okay, and that thing occupied, you know, spots in man's brain regarding this faculty of a human being, like self-protection or mating, for instance, okay. A person even thinking about it get more acid, more venom spilled into him. Okay, so a person considers this to be a sin. Okay, but just infected faculties of his being by the demonic, by this insect, by this bug. That's it. Okay, and of course, in the justification, Christ comes and breaks it. So the person seizes, he ends this cycle of trying to comply. Okay, because before justification, before deliverance, a person, what he does is he tries to comply out of pain, out of fear of pain. He tries to comply with, as he sees, with the rules of the world, as he thinks maybe, with the, maybe even commandments of God, because it comes from his brain, like from the top of his mind, and he foolishly can think that this thing that has nothing to do with God. He may think that it actually has something to do with God, but it doesn't. It doesn't. It just, as I say, it's just an infection. That's it. But when a person says it, has it, he starts avoiding some stuff because he, comes to the conclusion that those things are sin, and tries to do other things. Okay, so he's like sublimating all the time. He's like, all spiritual and thinks that body is something defiled. He's starting to get those Gnostics understanding of life. Okay, not knowing that his bodily part, like I said in the previous videos, is parasitized upon, just like in a caterpillar can be laid an egg of a predatory wasp. That's it. And he cannot use that part because there's another entity fighting for that part to remain its food supply. Okay, so whenever a person tries to act alive, act active from his bodily part, that infestation infuses venom, and the person feels pain. Okay, and he can foolishly think, stupidly think, ignorantly think that he violated somehow of commandment of God. It has nothing to do with God. You just bowered a wasp, that bit you. That's it. So what a person doesn't understand is that when salvation comes and kicks out, okay, he doesn't get more strength, more ability, more knowledge, more, kind of skill to comply with what he used to comply. Okay? But he must, when this thing comes back, trying to make you comply again, he must kick it to the curb. Okay? The world he may see around himself is all infested. Okay? And the world wants you, meaning like the minds, the brains of the world are occupied by the demonic. Okay? If it's, somewhere more, somewhere less, okay? But occupied, okay? Those parasites are present. So, the world will want you to comply. That's what 10 parables are about, okay? So, the demonized world, the demons will want you to comply, to for their lines not be broken. Okay, Because whenever a person receives deliverance like this, he emits grace. And this frees people, okay? It spills onto other people, okay? Because human race is one organism, okay? There are invisible like connections. So this spills to other people, okay, and delivers the other people, okay. So misunderstanding that deliverance and justification and is when you even stop thinking about trying to comply with anything outside of you, okay. When you stop thinking about it, okay, when a person still thinks that he must comply with the rules of God and his justification with the rules of what he thought was of God, but it was from the demonic, okay, and his justification now will help him do this more. He tends to back down. He tends to think I'm gonna break some order around me, okay? Okay? That's what Christ said. A person who had one talent started to think, okay, my new master is wicked. He came to reap what he didn't sow, okay. But again, this is the God's universe, okay, and these were always parasites. That's it. So again yeah, so the person, if he thinks he thinks that he must his new nature must help him comply more nicely, okay, with the world, okay, and he starts to hinder himself. He starts to stop himself, okay. That's how a person battles his justification, okay, because he will, the God, true living God, will push you to break into the lines of the enemy, okay, to steal people from the enemy, to destroy it. So God drops into you and breaks inside prison, okay, releases your spirit, and now he even breaks some more around you, that demonic infestation. Now it's for you to act. Now it's for you to tear those strongholds, that prison even more, okay. So yeah, so this is why Jesus said about the talents. Person sees that any action from him by this new nature, by this released state of his, will break the lines of what had been built previously, and also puts him in a position he never felt was allowed, okay, in the position of some king, of a sovereign being. But this is the normal condition of a human being. That's how he was created, okay. So this is the main misunderstanding, okay. When a person tries to bring back the infection because he still thinks that a person is not allowed to be sovereign, a human being, and the person must all his life jump through hoops to comply with some outside world, which is actually complying with some outside spirit, which is not a spirit but demonic filth, okay. That's what stops a person. But instead, after having been delivered, a person like that VR set from his head, you know, created by the demonic, you know, like crafted by the demonic, gets broken. And you must remain like this. Stop trying to, a person must refuse trying to restore that VR set, those VR glasses, okay, crafted by the demonic. Okay, that's why that's what Apostle Paul meant when he said, I think to Galatians, why would I try to restore what had been broken, okay, when he came to Christ? Why would a person restore when he accused Galatians of accepting reasons of Judaizers, okay, and they backslid the Galatians, okay? So when you got started to see the reality, okay, and the law is broken already, just walk with the with the reality, and that thing, of course, will try to come back. Will try to come back. Okay, it doesn't mean at all that God wants it like this. It just means that these insects have no shame in trying to make human beings their food supply, food source. Okay, so you have to just repel it, so it bounces off, and you walk freely by God. That's it. That's the justification. Okay, that a man is actually manifestation and entrance to true living God onto this planet. Okay, and once the yoke of bondage broken, you remain like this. You listen to God, to this, and jumping through hoops over. Performance-based stuff over. Finished. You know, hamster wheel over. That's it.